what results have you seen from the work that we did?
Well, it's kind of funny because, like anything, when we come to here, I was kind of prepping and thinking about it. And it was either yesterday or the day before. I was looking for something popped up and was like, oh, I need to find, I can't remember if it was a adjuster's phone number or if it was some sort of piece of information, some sort of piece of data that I went click, 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 and boom, it was right there. Right. So, first off, what that meant is that I had the system in place that could capture that. Within the system in place, I had a location where it would be captured. Within that, I knew how easily to get it. And then the kicker, somebody had actually entered it into that system. And as silly as that may sound, I paused for a moment and I just thought, whoa, because I had just this flash of what it was like before, and it was like, I mean, it was a grind, right? So if you don't have the people, if you don't have the consistent revenue to where you can have consistent people to be fulfilling what needs to be fulfilled, capturing data, right? Because for personal injury attorneys or any attorneys, it's all about having thousands upon thousands of data points that are put in one location where you can easily access it if you need. At its core, that's what it is. I've known that for years. Anyone who's done any practice knows that's the key to it. But it's a lot easier said than it is implemented. So the other day when I had that, and it was just, I just got this smile on my face thinking, wow. And it made me think about how you helped set up our lead docket, right? And this is the other thing. And I think for me, it was, having to accept that, hey, if somebody calls me, I can do an intake like no other, right? I know exactly what to say. I've got all of these things. But the wild thing is if you and I were to sit here and talk and you say, hey, Rory, what's the first thing you do? I'm like, well, I say hello, right? It's just like this muscle memory. It's this sort of rut that goes into. So, and it was really hard for me, as I imagine is for others, to take what's in your brain when you've been operating kind of on a small scale, to take what's in your brain and to put it into a system, a systematic way to do an intake. So all of the information is captured. And so that anybody that you bring in, your intake, if you've got a new intake, you've got new sort of, customer relations people, that they can look at a system and know exactly what needs to go into it, right? That is a really hard thing to do. That's the first thing that you set up for us. And that was the kind of the foundation, right? And then really helping us understand, and I mean, I use FileVine. So of course it's FileVine. I'm sure you could help with any system out there, but to really help understand what the importance of the system, what it means. And then as you start to get a little bit bigger, for me, I was able to, now I've got somebody who can enter all of this stuff in. So here I am a couple days ago where here's the thing. I haven't input anything about cases in a long time. But for me to be able to easily go click, 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 and it's right there, I mean, that is powerful. That's a superpower right there. And it was, I mean, of course you can say, hey, the firm, the attorney, they themselves, they have to do it. But to be able to have you kind of just put it up onto a silver platter and help understand that process is invaluable. Because, and then as you know, it's a learning process. So now, okay, I'm confused about this in front of me. You help me out with it. And then the more we use it, the better it gets. And then it's like an amplify. And then I've gone back to you for a few things, just kind of little checkups. Say, hey, what's this? Can you help me with that? What is this? But overall, you teach a person how to fish, and that's what the takeaway that we have is Best Era taught us how to fish, so we can go catch our own fish.